Okay, let's try this one more time. Third time's a charm. So, because when it, not to make excuses for myself, but when you're thinking about the teaching of it, sometimes you forget about the that you got to be really precise, especially for those of you that are new to this. You don't need me to make a mistake and then go, but you can see what the mistake was. Not if you're new to this, you can't see what the mistake was. All right. Well, here's what we're doing. So we drop. So here, basically, we know we've got this rock and it falls. Okay, plunk, hits the water, and then the sound wave travels back up to here. All right, to back up to the initial height. Okay, and the whole thing took 1.5 seconds, which would be the time for the fall plus and the time for the sound wave. So that'd be TF plus TS is equal to 1.5. So far, so good. No big deal. All right, so let's just take a look at TF. Let's solve for TF. Let's um, let's solve for H naught because this is at H naught and here's H final. So I know that H final. So for TF for the falling time, we've got H naught, which I don't know what it is. We're going to calculate that. H naught um, plus, well, H final is equal to 0, and H naught plus V naught y times t minus 4.9 t squared, which we get from the 1/2 times 9.8 t squared, the negative, and so we just factor that out, and there we go, 4.9 t squared. Okay, so 0 is equal to H naught, this goes away, minus 4.9 t squared. So H naught, so 4.9 t squared is equal to H naught. Two unknowns, one equation. Well, let's find for TS. Well, I know that H naught is equal to the velocity of sound, the speed of sound, times TS. The speed of sound, they told me, for my problem is 331.5 meters per second. This is a tip-off that I should keep everything at least at 4 sig figs, if not 5 or 6, while doing this calculation. Oh, this is T for falling. So look, I've got well, this is known, this is an unknown, so this is an unknown, and this is an unknown, same thing, and this is so now I've got 2 equations and 3 unknowns. Not getting anywhere. Hold on. I also know that H naught, that H final I also know that T times seconds is equal to 1.5 minus T final. So I'll say H naught is equal to the 331.5 times 1.5 minus T final. Aha! Now I have 2 unknowns and the same 2 unknowns here. I'll set H, and I know that H naught is equal to this, and I know that H naught is equal to that. So I'll say that 4.9 T squared, which is H naught, is equal to 331.5 times 1.5 minus T final. This is also H naught. Aha! Now we're getting somewhere. So I've got 4.9 T squared is equal to 331 times 1.5, which is 497.25 minus 331.5 times T final. Okay. Set this side equals, let's add 331.5 to both sides. Subtract 497.25 from both sides. Do the same thing over here, and I wind up 4.9 t squared. So I have to add. So this becomes 0, 0 on this side, but I had to add it over here, so I got plus 331.5t minus 497.25 is equal to 0. Well, that's no big deal. That's just a quadratic equation. Now, these are all t final times. Okay? These are all t final times. So, what do? Well, we can plug it into our calculator if we want to, or we can go to math.com and go to the quadratic equation. And here I've got, and if we flip back here, I've got this is A, this is B, and this is C. We go, okay, 4.9. So you probably won't get in a quadratic equation type problem on your homework. 331.5. And then we got to be careful. Negative 497.25. Now hit solve. Boom! Looky there. The negative time I'm going to ignore. I don't need that time. But I do need this time. Okay? The positive time. 1.468. I'm going to keep it 1.4681398. I'm going to say the t final over on this side equals 1.468. What were the other numbers there? 1398. All right. That's what t final is equal to. So the time of the speed, the time that the sound took would be the 1.5 seconds minus t final. And if I do that on my calculator, I get 1.5 minus 1.4681398 equals 0.03182. That's in scientific notation, or that's in scientific notation. That's my time. Now I'm going to multiply that. I'm going to go all the way back up to this equation up here, where I said, oh yeah, right here. Because now I found out what TS is. I go, okay, well, the height then is equal to the speed. So H naught then, using this, where did the hell it go? Here it is. Using this equation here, I know that H naught is equal to 331.5 times this crazy number that I got here. So I'll take 331.5 times my answer, and I get 10.56. And that is correct. That is the correct answer, because I did this problem, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't leading you astray. Okay? Now, is this a test type question? Are you crazy? These are these silly engineers having fun with you. All right, out here,